Welcome everyone to the Coaster Spot. This is Alex and we're back at Hersheypark on February 12th for construction update number 8 of Wildcat's Revenge, the new for 2023 conversion from a Great Coasters International wood coaster into a Rocky Mountain construction hybrid crazy thing. So check out the old updates if you want to see the progress, and subscribe to the channel for all things Hersheypark. First off, we're just going to go to the drone footage right away, and we'll come back to the gardens where we are currently and show you some close-up views, and then around the complex a little bit for other views. But lots has been done in the last 11 days since we were last here.
Alrighty, there is so much to talk about. First off, Hersheypark provided a few operational updates. This ride will have pass-through lockers just like Twisted Timbers, Steel Vengeance, Velocicoaster, and the new Tron, where you have to put all your stuff in a locker right before you go up into that station, and you'll be able to get your stuff right afterwards. They will be free of charge, but this allows for safe operation, so no one has phones out, no bags have to be put to the side, so hopefully this speeds up things and we'll get some trains out really fast. Also, they have announced that they are going to attempt to run this during Christmas Canyon Lane, which is great to hear. Has to be at least 32 degrees and winds have to be below 45 miles per hour. However, the greatest news is it will run in some types of moisture, so the first drop will not shut it down like the 3 Intamins, which is great to hear. And here is the storage lot. Every time we see this, it is completely different almost. In and out with construction materials. It's almost like they are producing stuff on demand at their factories that do the supports and the track. And very exciting, in the center there, what we do have is supports for the lift hill. I am pretty sure with that lattice structure, but that's exciting to see. We do have 8 pieces of track on site at the moment. And right below that, those 3 long beams, I believe those are for the transfer track where the rails will be on top of and that the transfer track will roll across. Fun fact, I believe this is the first RMC conversion to not reuse the previous transfer table. And as we rotate around, look in the middle there, you're going to see this weird structure laying on the ground. I believe that's just a table where it keeps the site level and it lifts it up a little bit so it makes it easier on the construction workers constructing the structure on the ground. Also, just to the right of there, you're going to see a lot of gravel. That is because I believe there are footers underneath that, and they are there to protect them as they need more access to the site. Same thing was done to the bottom of the underflip where it seemed like the original footers had been removed, but they had just been covered up, and this week they just popped up all that structure, and we move on to what was added next. 6 more pieces of track, 3 left, 3 right, leading out of that underflip and up over to that first airtime hill. There is also 8 more pieces exiting that wave turn, 2 left, 2 right. And the brake run has 6 pieces added, 3 right, 3 left. They definitely added 18 pieces of track or 9 pieces left and right, however you want to see that. And keep an eye on the bottom left there. You can see that parts of the queue line have been disassembled. I'm not sure when this actually happened, but looks like there's a little activity there. And in the upper left corner, you take a look at the station there. There's lots of progress on it. And the roof there for the train storage area, which will also be maintenance. They won't have to take the trains off of site. They can just drop it down below and work on them, so it's way more easier. But you can see that they are starting to frame a slanted roof, so it's not going to be a flat roof, which is great because I was starting to think that was going to look pretty ugly walking up to it on the midway. And just wow. And I think we were pretty good with a lot of the footers here. I said 90%. I think I was a little off on that. They're still pouring some of the footers for the approach to the lift hill. We'll see that in a moment. The one part where it really looks like they still need to pour some footers is right after that wave turn that will lead up into a weird airtime hill turn drop thing that looks like it's going to be, unfortunately, like the most boring part of the ride. But if that's all we have to complain about, is that really that big a deal? Here's a better look at all the footers that have been added in that helix because that structure is going to be risen up a little bit, so it needed more support for all that lateral movement, and all the footers that are curving left out of that station, then curving right back around, and you can see a bunch of holes if you look right between those 2 sections of structure where the lift hill is going to be somehow fit into place there. It's going to be a tight fit with that lift hill. But once again, that drop is amazing. Something I didn't notice earlier, and I don't know how, is I love how it's diving, and then when you're on your side, then it just jolts down and increases that dive even harder. It's going to be some nice, maybe laterals even, exiting that underflip.
And of course, this view really shows you how they're reusing the old structure and adding on more than any part of the coaster, really, because you can see that old grayer wood and then the brand new wood there. And of course, over time, with pollution and sun fading, that wood there will match the wood below it. But it really shows you the differences. And of course, they've been adding on to the structure, the previous structure, to strengthen it in many, many ways. Doubling up on some portions. There's a close-up of the station as well. Half of the roof is done. They put roof onto that new section they added where it helps the elevator. Looking good. And you get a closer view of that brake run track. And here's a closer shot of that first airtime hill going up. And the wave turn completed right behind it. As we saw before, a lot of that structure looks like it's complete. And you have the bottom of the first drop as well. No change there. And the back turnaround there. Looks like they've cut down some structure over here and added some more ledgers. And that's going to do it for our construction update number 8. This is the first time you've really seen it, Ariel. She's been here with me today. What do you think so far?
I'm excited. It looks like it's going to be amazing. Like, I can't wait to see when the lift hall gets made, how high it goes. It's going to look pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be that airtime hill. It's going to be like 3 or 4 times as tall as how that structure in the center is going. So it's going to be quite up there, right in the middle. So, yeah.
Remember back in the summer, we were like, oh, they're going to see it? No, they're not.
No, I wasn't under the impression they were. I just wanted to provide everybody with the possibilities. Which, I mean, there was a possibility GCI. They came out with that yeah, they definitely did bid to GCI, but they didn't like what they were given, so they went for RMC. I think the main reason is because GCI was like, they really wanted to do steel track in some places, but wood track in others. They mainly just wanted to go all steel, so there you go. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you as soon as there's another burst of track installation.